Okay, this is the Great Serpent Mound. It is our second North American um, indigenous piece uh, of art, and it's quite interesting. It's a serpent mound, right? Um, so the form of it is overall in a crescent shape, right? The whole piece is in a crescent shape, and it has 7 coils, and it is 1/4 of a mile long. It is 1 to 3 feet high in places, and these mounds were just built up with soil. There's no structure inside them. There's no wood, rock inside them. It is simply moving the earth to create this piece. The content of it. So, what is it? It right is titled the Great Serpent Mound. So lots of people think that it is a snake, which really does make sense. Um, but we have this notion of this oval here at the top. And so the thought is, or the wondering is that a hollow egg being swallowed by a serpent? Is it a frog being swallowed by a serpent? Or is it a head? Are these two reaching out pieces like front legs instead? Could this be another animal eating, um, or could it be this could be the head of another animal? More context. Um, Here is where the Serpent Mound is. You see the blue arrow right here. It's on just north of the Ohio River. And the Ohio River is a part of all of this river system that empties into the Mississippi River. So the Missouri, the Illinois here, the Mississippi's going on, and the Ohio all empty in to the Mississippi. And all along these river systems, there are mounds. You can see here, this is an alligator mound. It is found in Ohio. And right here, this is a mound in this huge complex at Cahokia, right here along the Mississippi River. So mounds are pretty similar, not similar, but are common in this region, this period of history. Many of them have been disrupted by farmers, right? 1 to 3 feet of soil for a mound can be pushed over time pretty easily. But we know that they were common, like hundreds of them. Uh, so this is titled an effigy mound, and it's a raised pile of earth. And it is in the shape of an animal or a stylized animal here, a religious figure. It could also be a human or other figure. So effigy mounds are common in this region in North America. The Great Serpent Mound is just a super well preserved mound. Okay, function of this mound. Like our earlier pieces, we're not always sure what the function is, but I can point out to some theories here. Okay, so is the function celestial? Celestial. The head here, or the oval shape, I should say, it's pointing to the summer solstice sunset. Here we have the winter solstice sunrise, the equinox sunrises, and the summer solstice sunrise. So these are theories that this mound was built to mark those important activities in the life of people they were agriculturally based people raising crops, raising bean, raising corn in this region. We know they were somewhat sedentary, that they had probably a labor force, right? A division of labor and people who would be set to the task of building this mound. Okay, so lunar phases, although I don't have it on this diagram, are also possibly noted by this structure. More function thinking here. People in these river valleys that I pointed out, the Mississippi, Missouri, Illinois, and Ohio valleys, they've valued the serpent figure. And we know this from our study of central Mexico, that the serpent could be connected to the creation of the world in their lore, their mythology, their religion. And so in Cahokia, which I pointed out here in this pretty significant I want to say residential area, but it's not a residential area. It's more than that. In the Cahokia region, um, there was a reverence for rattlesnakes, but and also in the Ohio River Valley, there were copper. Um, Copper was the material shaped into snake figures. So we know that the snake is historically significant in these cultures. So this could be a reverence to the snake. I don't know why I have limestone here. That's not limestone. We know that this is an effigy mound. Okay, we know in terms of function that this is not a burial spot. It is believed that this was created in 1070, although this is contested. So if some people believe that this was created in 1070, in 1066, there was a celestial event, Halley's Comet, that went across the sky. It was huge. And so one theory possibility is, could this have been created in dedication to that rare event of Halley's Comet passing by? And could it be a commemoration of that? And the naysayers would say, you know what, Halley's Comet was had a straight tail, and so this doesn't seem to match up with that. But the timing, if 1070 is the belief about when this was constructed, maybe Halley's Comet makes sense or fits. Final function idea I'd like to share is that the oval could be a representation of the sun, and could the sun be being swallowed here, as in an eclipse where the sun is covered up? So those are our function thoughts, theories, but I want to reiterate this one, and that is that the oval shape or head shape does point to the summer solstice sunset, and that's pretty clear, pretty obvious. Okay, that's the Great Serpent Mound.